Thank you for waiting. So today I'm going to quickly talk about Bitget and what we do. By the way, the reason that I was late was pretty much because I went to the wrong place. The name is so similar to each other. And I guess the lesson number one here is get your name correct. Otherwise, you're in big trouble when you are buying tokens. So today, I'm going to quickly talk about us, Bitget, and centralized exchange business, as well as how our tokens are listed at Bitget, for example, and similarly to many other centralized exchanges, what are the qualities that we're looking for while listing a token. We have about 15 minutes, and since this is a small group that we have here, I figured I will want it to be very interactive. So if you have any questions, just feel free to stand up and ask. And later on, hopefully I can leave another 5 minutes for us to answer some questions. Lovely. So centralized exchange, SEX, DEX. Can I have a show of hands how many of you use centralized exchanges? Like Binance, Ask, OKX. Okay, so there's still a few of you that don't trust centralized exchange at all. Do you use DEX, by the way? Do you use DEX? Because you didn't raise up your hand, right? You use both, okay. So either centralized exchange or I guess many of us use both as well. Even for myself, I'm running one of the largest centralized exchange around the world. I still use DEX as well. But in terms of the comparison between SEX and DEX, SEX centralized exchanges, we do have much bigger liquidity. And actually, according to this map, it's the source are farming the block and CoinGecko. So about centralized exchanges still take about 90% of the total market trading volume around the world. So DEX versus SEX, I mean, there are different use cases, there are different reasons of choosing them, but it seems that centralized exchanges still take the majority of the volume. We do have higher liquidity and volume, and we also have more security plans around how we run centralized exchanges. So here is a graph, which is the cryptocurrency stolen in hacks by the victim platform. I think the source is from Chen analysis. Especially if you look at the recent 3 years, majority of the hacks still happen on decentralized exchanges. And the dark blue color represents the centralized exchange service. Yeah, in terms of the hacking, at least, it's a much smaller amount than earlier days, than like 2015, 16, and like 14, 13. We all had heard of Mangox. Like those are massive centralized exchange hacks. But recent years, comparing to DEX, centralized exchanges is still safer. So a little bit more about ourselves. We are the largest copy trading platform in the world. So if you open CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, and there is usually like a centralized exchanges ranking, we're usually about 5 to 10 in terms of volume. Our daily trading volume right now is about 10 billion, but today I checked, it's about 22 billion. So, well, we all know that recently Bitcoin price goes up a lot. I guess that's partially the reason that many activities are happening on centralized exchanges. We have about nearly 700 tokens listed at Bitget, and I'll talk about more about our listing process. So centralized exchange is our main business, but Bitget is not just about centralized exchange. We also have DEX, especially decentralized wallet, which it was called Bitkeep. Right now, we rebranded it to Bitget Wallet. And we also have Foresight Venture. That's the VC part that we are their largest LP, but they are different entities. While at Bitget, we have copy trading, we have spot trading, we have derivatives, and we also provide lots of content for the market and for everyone to learn. But basically, we are growing a lot in our whole ecosystem. Right now, we have centralized exchange business, we have decentralized wallet, we have an investment arm, we also have a layer 2 that we invested in, and we also have Bitget card, which is like a fiat Visa card that you can use. But right now, this is only for our VIP users. In terms of security and risk management, I mean, after FTX collapse, everyone cares so much about risk management. So here are our industry-leading security measures. For example, we have very strong wallet security measurement. We have risk control about our users' fund. We also implement KYC for all our users, and we pay close attention to any breach of anti-money laundering AML. We have lots of cooperations between the security vendors in the industry, but we basically, bottom line is we place strong focus around managing the risk and security. We also have one of the largest industrial called protection fund. It's a 300 million AUM fund that we place here just in case, touch wood, anything bad happened to our users. We can use this fund to accommodate their loss. So, how to list on Bitget? Can I have quickly a show of hands? How many of you are building something in the space? Like you are issuing a token, you have a project. Okay, about half in the audience. So you are my target audience right now. How do we list a token at Bitget, and what's our listing process? So I quickly wanna first of all explain what are we looking for while listing a project? What do we want from a project? So there are mainly three things. Number one, we want the team to have a strong foundation in terms of the team and the value proposition, the business model, and the problem that you're solving. Secondly, we want to see that you have a very active community. How do we measure that? So we have a research team that will look into lots of data and statistics around your social media, around your website, etc. We also want to make sure that you have a healthy tokenomics and very good on-chain data. So we will look at, for example, Dawn Analytics and lots of on-chain analysis platform to look for your DEX volume, to look for your transactions online, how many wallets that is holding your token as of yet, and whether you are listed on some other centralized exchanges or not. And especially, we kind of know the business of centralized exchange very well. So if it's like some smaller exchanges, especially there are central exchanges that have their volume very much like a fake data. So we will eliminate that. And we want to make sure that we're looking at the real transactions happening there. And here, if you are building projects in one of these themes, these are the most called attention themes recently. So actually, just yesterday, we launched this meme zone hot coins celebration. We kind of put all the meme coins on our platform together on this hot zone. And if our users are trading one of those meme coins at certain volume, they get a reward. They can split about 50,000 BGB. BGB, that's our platform token. Right now, it worth about $1. When I joined the firm about 2 years ago, the BGB price was only like 1/10 of the current price. And I do think holding BGB is a wise decision. Well, these are the themes that we are especially passionate about. So if you are building in one of those sectors, I'm very happy to talk to you after the session to understand your business and see how we may be able to help you in terms of listing. And in that process, let me just quickly explain, we actually have 4 teams serving a project. Listing team, by the way, I joined the firm 2 years ago, and I managed our marketing team mainly. I signed Leo Messi, the footballer, before the World Cup. That was a great investment that we did. And last year, I also started to manage our listing team. So right now, under my team, under my management, it's mainly marketing team and listing team. So our listing team, we have about more than 10 listing managers. They speak different languages. They are located around the world, but they will be your main point of contact if you want to be listed at Bitget. At the backstage, we also have research team. And the research team, they don't face the client, the project. they help us evaluate the project, and we have an internal grading system. Pretty much the major categories are what we talked about earlier, like whether you have a strong team, whether you have very active community, and whether you have a successful or some tractions around on-chain data and on your users. But basically, our research team will evaluate any project. And then our operation team and marketing team will also be involved in terms of providing some operational activities at Bitget so that your token or your project can be known by more of our users. This is my TG, and I do use that TG myself. I don't have anyone managing that for me. I don't have a bot. So don't spam me, but if you have a good project that want to be listed, or is there anything about Bitget that you want to talk to me, tell me. Well, our listing process has always been evolving. So here is a few things that we will kind of evolve around market trends, about regulations, around different criteria. So even if I shared with you a few criteria earlier, those are not static. Those will change. But the bottom line is, all the centralized exchanges, we want to make sure that we capture the hottest topic in the industry. And we are also serving the best builders, projects like you guys in the space. And we want to make sure that we protect our users at the same time. So those standards and trends will evolve. And that's all for my presentation. We have about another 4 minutes. I promised 5, but if you have any questions or if you have anything that you want to talk about, I'm happy to open the floor. Thank you. We do have some time. Anyone have anything that you want to share, or anyone has any project that you are building on that you want to tell us about? And you can come up. Anyone? Okay, if not, then I'll leave the stage back to the the stage managers. Thank you for your time. I'll stay here a bit, so if you want to tell me more about what you are doing and see what we can do for you, let me know. Thank you.